Hey, what's up guys? LukeProfits. You're probably wondering where I've been for the past 6 months or so since I haven't uploaded anything. If you'll remember, the last video that I posted on this channel was one of me offering to do one-on-one training with you guys to teach you how to build a profitable Facebook Marketplace dropshipping store. I've done personal training with 5 and I'm managing accounts for several more, but I'll get into that in a second. Out of those 5 people, I've had some very interesting results. 2 of the people, Jay and Israel, have been very successful. They followed exactly what I said to the T, and now they're making around $2,000 to $4,000 profit per month from their Facebook stores with just an hour or 2 of work a day, sometimes less. Videos of them and monthly updates are going to be coming out soon. I did have some weird issues with the recordings in some places where like the screen share wasn't working and just some weird stuff. So those are going to be coming out pretty soon, and you'll be able to see like this month, sort of through time, their updates and how it was going for them. One of the 5 just disappeared off the face of the earth. After 4 months, guy shows back up and he's like, hey, sorry, had some stuff going on. I'm ready to get things going. Now, I am pretty skeptical at this point because he, was very pumped to get started, and then we did hours of training on calls, and then he just didn't do any of the work. So I'm like, really? But he actually came back, he's been putting in the work, and now he's making around $800 profit a month. So not as good as my other students, but he's only been really putting in the work for around 2 months, not 6 months. So I think that's pretty reasonable. So he's on the right track. Just, we had a little gap there that was a little frustrating at the beginning. And the last 2 people out of the 5, I had sort of an interesting situation with them. I was training them, and they were, good. They were trying to put in the work, but really the problem that they ended up having was they just didn't have the time to put into building their store, because it does take a couple hours a day of work, 1 or 2 hours to do your daily listings. They were just really too busy with personal stuff and other work things, and they just didn't have the time to commit. I said, hey, I've got a plan, right? I have 9 virtual assistants now. How about you let me take over your stores? I will do total management of the stores. I'll keep 70% of the profit, but I'm doing all of the finding items, all of the listing, all of the order fulfillment, all of the customer service, literally everything. So basically just let me take over the store for you. You get 30% of the profits. I handle literally everything, and I get 70% for doing all of it, which makes it pretty much passive for them. So they were okay with that. They said, sure, yeah, that sounds like a deal. And so we switched over to doing it that way. And now they're making more than they were because the stores are performing a whole lot better, because the stores are now being given the attention that they need to do really well. So 30% of a very successful store is a whole lot better than their larger cut of not as successful a store. So yeah, that's the short version of what happened with all of my students. I have 2 that are very successful, 1 that was late to the party but is showing signs that he's going to be pretty successful, and I'm excited for that. And 2 that just didn't have the time to put in the work. Now me and my team are managing the stores for them, and then they get 30% of the profits. We get 70% for doing literally all the work. So yeah, that's basically an update on how it all went. Like I said, I'm going to be posting the videos soon with just sort of, checking in month 1, month 2, month 3, sort of updates on sales and struggles and how people were feeling and stuff like that. But we made it through. Everybody's successful now at this point, and everybody's making more money now doing Facebook than they would have been. I'm actually very proud to not have anybody that just totally fell off the wagon and isn't making money, because I was a little bit nervous that, I'd do this with a bunch of people and some people would just... But, everybody's done a great job overall. 2 did a particularly great job, and then the one that's catching up, and the 2 others, I'm happy to be managing the stores because that is profit for me and helpful for them, so it's a win-win for everybody. One other thing that I want to mention, you probably initially found my videos and subscribed because I was doing a bunch of content about eBay dropshipping and Amazon dropshipping, one of the 2, but Facebook Marketplace dropshipping is really where it's at in 2022, in my opinion. It's really good, and you can make a lot more money. It's just easier, and they make it easy for you. There's a bunch of buyers, and profits are better. So that is what I really suggest working on in 2022 is Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. The others are still good, but just Facebook Marketplace dropshipping is just a no-brainer in my opinion. It's way better. I'm going to be opening back up my training, so LukeProfits.com/apply here if you want to become a student, just like those other people did. That I'm going to have those case studies coming out pretty soon. If you want to apply, LukeProfits.com/apply. Unlike everybody else on YouTube, I'm not trying to push a $600 course. I'm not trying to do anything like this. I make these videos to be helpful information for you guys. And yes, I do like making money, obviously, Luke Profits, but I don't think it's good how a whole lot of people will push expensive courses and training and this kind of thing where they're charging a bunch of money up front, and then only a small number of the people who actually do all that stuff are going to be able to make the money back or put in the effort even to, make all that money back because it's a lot of steps and stuff. So the way that I have been doing training for the past 6 months or so is literally no cost up front, and then I only get paid my cut out of profits, and then at some point down the line, my cut goes away and you just keep 100% everything. That's a model that I think is good because if it doesn't work out, you're not out any money. If it does work out, then you make money, I make money, and we're all good. And while you could watch a bunch of videos and try to figure it out and piece it all together yourself, I already have all of the information on how to make a really profitable Facebook dropshipping store. So people who apply that I've been working with, I can just start them off running and get everything going right off the bat very well. Also, my account management service has been going well. I've got 9 people working for me, and I'm looking for a couple more clients for that. So if you want, my team can manage that. We take 70% of the profit because we do literally all of the work, and then you can get 30% of the profit passively. Basically, the requirements for that are just you need to have like $1,000 of cash or credit just for filling orders, because Facebook holds the money for like roughly 2 weeks. It's technically the time for the tracking to show that it's delivered plus 5 days, but just roughly 2 weeks. And it doesn't have to be like cash. Like if you've got $1,000 on a credit card or something like that, you can link below. You can sign up to a credit card that'll give you $1,000. That should not be a hard requirement, even if like you're young or whatever and don't have credit or anything like that yet. You get your first credit card, it'll give you probably $1,000 limit or something like that, and then you're good there. So $1,000-ish, more is better, but $1,000 is fine to fill orders with. Then you also need a computer. So if you have an old computer, it needs to be like a 4th or 5th generation Intel processor or newer. So it can be a pretty old computer, doesn't have to be good. 8 gigabytes of RAM. I like to use the old Lenovo ThinkPads because you can get them on eBay for like $150, $200, something like that. So you need an old computer. If you don't have one already sitting in your garage, I can find one for you and send you a link, and they're like $150, $200, something like that on eBay, and that'll be fine. We configure that to use as like a VPS, so you keep it at your house so that to Facebook it looks like it's you working on your account from your home, but really it's my team remote connecting into it and doing all the work from the laptop that's at your house, so like you can even see what's going on and stuff like that. So if that's something you're interested, go ahead and apply. I'm not sure how much interest I'm gonna get from this, just mentioning it in a video, but I can take on at least like 5 people, and potentially I could expand and take on more if there's more people that are interested. So go ahead and fill out this form, and we'll see if it's a good fit and everything. But for the future of this channel, I have some stuff that is kind of like backed up old content. Like there was a video that's from like pre-pandemic craziness, where I just flew to the Philippines to meet one of my main virtual assistants in person, and that was really cool. So I made that video and then I never released it because one of my other YouTube channels, I was working on releasing a bunch of travel vlogs, and I kind of got backed up and never finished editing them, and I wanted to release them kind of around the same time so that it was chronological, but at this point I'm just pretty backed up on that, so I'll probably just release that one on its own. So I've got a video of me flying out to meet my virtual assistant, and we just sort of hung out for the day and did some fun stuff. So that was one, and then we also did 2 different interviews with him, one that was funny and then one that was actually more serious. So I thought that might kind of be an interesting video to show you. Interviews with him and a video where I just flew down there, hang out with him for the day. We've got all of the case studies of different people that I've worked with, and I also have some older interviews that are from a year or 2 ago. I did one with Jack Pittman, I did some other ones, and they were on my list to edit, but I never finished them. And now that I have an editor, I'm just sort of having them go through and sort of finish up all these old projects of mine that I started but never finished. So expect to see some of that on the channel. And other than that, I'm gonna be making a lot more content about Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. I may do some about eBay, may do some about Amazon as needed, but Facebook Marketplace dropshipping really is my focus right now. That's what I'm doing, and it's been working very, very well for me, and I really think that all you guys should get into it. Hopefully it's something that you enjoy, because that's what's going to be coming on this channel. Please don't unsubscribe. Also, don't know if you noticed or not, but I have a different set here because I moved, so this is my studio now. So the new videos here are going to be on a cool background like this. I might change it a little bit. I like this thing. One last time before ending the video out, if you have any interest in personal training from me, where we, get on video chat, do screen share, stuff like that, I teach you absolutely no cost up front. You do need to be a US citizen because, Facebook's gonna need your information and stuff like that. Yeah, if you have any interest in personal training, anything like that, LukeProfits.com/apply, go ahead and fill out that form. Give me just a little bit more info, and then I will get back to you. And I also have the Facebook account management service that we're doing, where you keep 30% of the profits just for basically letting us use the account. We keep 70%, but we do literally all of the work. So any interest in either of those, go ahead and apply at lukeprofits.com/apply or whatever the heck I'm going to make this link that is showing on the screen right now. That's it for the video, and I'll see you back with another video in a little bit after the other videos, the case studies, all the other ones I talked about here are done posting.